Hey everybody, in today's video, we're going to be talking about the subject of how to play and improvise guitar solos with more feel. So what is feel? Well, feel, I think, is everybody's unique musical personality that they bring when they're improvising. So how you play the things that you play, not so much what you play, although what you play definitely factors into your feel. So let's jump right into it. We're going to be soloing over a pretty simple track here. Sounds like this. And we're going to go through one by one the different aspects of feel, and I'll demonstrate them. So the first thing that I think is super important for feel is dynamics. Dynamics are how loud and how soft you play. So listen to the difference between when I play soft and when I play loud. So now I'm playing louder. Getting back quiet. Totally different feel. So, dynamics, really important. Number 2 is motifs. Can you play a repetitive musical idea that makes sense and maybe make some slight changes to it? So there's my idea. Now I'll start moving that idea around. Now changing it a little bit. Changing more. So you see that when I repeat my idea for a while, it makes more sense. It's not a bunch of random stuff. Next thing that we can do to add more feel, number 3, is going to be accents. So accent is kind of like dynamics, but I'm going to pick out random notes and play them a lot louder than other notes in my phrases. Accents can really help you a lot to play with just one note and make it sound interesting. So, accents can really help. Now, next thing is going to be slides. I really like to incorporate lots of slides and play up and down one string in my solos. Also, you can play some more normal stuff and then end with a big slide. So it sounds cool when you play in position for a little bit and end with a big slide like that. I think it adds a lot of feel. And number 5 is going to be add some vibrato. So just massaging that note a little bit. I need to use more vibrato in my playing, to be honest. And there's different types of vibrato. There's fast vibrato, and there's slow vibrato. The slow vibrato, I find, tends to work a little bit better most of the time. And of course, slides and vibrato work really, really well together. And number 6, most important thing to play with feel is just have fun. If you don't feel like you're having fun while you're playing, well, then it probably doesn't feel good and have good feel to it. You gotta feel good in your body when you're playing. That's how you know what you're playing is gonna feel good. So this is really fun for me, just wailing over this simple track. All right, so that's how to play with feel. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. I kind of like this style of soloing and explaining sort of what I'm thinking while I'm soloing. I think that's a very important thing when you're practicing soloing in general, to be aware of what you are thinking. You can practice the same thing in many different ways by thinking a different way while you're soloing. You could say, I'm going to solo and I'm going to think about using vibrato, or I'm going to solo and I'm going to think about playing a certain rhythm, or I'm going to solo and I'm going to think about being really relaxed. These things are all different. Your mind is the most important thing that you have. So what your mind is doing while you're playing makes all the difference. And having a good knowledge of the fretboard and being super comfortable and have it be second nature is probably the second most important thing to mastering this idea of improvising on a chord progression and really nailing it and feeling like you know what you're doing. So if you want a free guide to memorize the entire fretboard in 10-15 minutes, then head on over to the link in the description and pick up your copy for free today. And until next time, listen, learn, and jam.